I don't know. No, I just go out there and play the game, and yeah, try to be aggressive. But some nights, I guess tonight I was.
We're seeing some of the stats come in terms of you and Will Chamberlain as guys who own scoring and passing record or and assist records for the team. I mean, what does the franchise record for assists mean to you? And I assume it's not something you're shooting for, but what does that number mean to you?
I mean, today it just means that we played good and we got to win. I'll be able to appreciate all this stuff at a later time. The farther I get away from 54, the more I appreciate it. So maybe it'll be the same thing with this. But yeah, just really thankful, for my teammates and just the way they were screening and finishing in the paint. And OG's been on a burner, so with the three-pointer. So just really appreciative of the group and the way we played today. And they made it, pretty easy on me. I just had to find them in the right spots.
You touched on this a bit this year, but obviously this team has offensive limitations in certain ways. For you, what has the balance been like between, you're one of the most dynamic off-the-ball shooters on the team, or shooters on movement, I should say, but also you're one of the better distributors on the team. What's that like on a night-to-night basis to have the balance?
I think just diving into the details and just understanding what each team presents and just trying to take the approach of taking whatever the defense gives. And some nights that mean I'm more aggressive with my shot, and some nights that mean I'm more aggressive with the ball in my hands making plays. Some nights I'm off the ball. So just kind of depending on what the defense brings, where our team is, having a feel for my teammates and where they're at. Scotty been amazing the last couple of games with the ball in his hands. He got banged up right away in the first quarter a couple of times. So, I just, took it upon myself to be a little bit more aggressive. So just trying to read and react and, just take whatever the defense gives.
Straddle on that 8-9 line in the East. How important is it to get to that 8 spot or above?
Yeah. It's really important. I think, for the last couple of weeks, it's been really simple for us. We're in win every game mode. So there's not really much to think about. You got to go out and perform and try to play your best. And, the team that's in front of you take care of business. And we're able to do that this afternoon. And we got to try to do it again on Tuesday. So it's really cliche at this time of the year. You got to take care of the work that's in front of you, but I think more importantly, just be playing good basketball, knowing that what's in front of us, if we want to reach our ultimate goal, we're going to have, either a 1 or 2 seed in front of us when we find ourselves in that playoff spot. So just building and trying to play our best basketball, at this time of year.
As the game's going on and you're getting close to 20 or whatever the system is, take the pedal off the scoring from the multiple passes?
No, I really was trying to get going from 3 there. I had a couple threes that I felt really good, but just couldn't drop. I couldn't make a 3 tonight. But I just really was taking whatever the defense gives, and I know that the more pressure I put on from distance, the more they got to press up, and I'm able to get inside the lane. But it just happened. It was really in the flow, and I mean, 90 points in the paint is crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen that. So it was really just trying to make the right reads, and my teammates did a great job of just making shots and finishing around the rim.
Being out of order last month, his numbers are off the charts. So
Yeah.
like almost automatic now. You see him in a quarter, so you got to get involved in such a technical concept.
Yeah, and he's hunting them too. I think just as important as finding them is him hunting them and him knowing, having the freedom to just catch and shoot or jab and shoot. He's getting more comfortable off the bounce. So anytime he shoots, it looks like it's going in, and we need that consistent 3-point threat from him, especially with Gary that's been out. Been a little banged up, so OG has definitely been a really important offensive piece for us.
He's not comfortable before. What do you think, Captain? Why do you say he's comfortable now? Maybe he wasn't comfortable a few weeks ago.
I'm not saying he was or he wasn't. I'm just saying it's easy to see when he's in flow and he's in rhythm and he's hunting them and he's sliding to the spot and he's catching. He's not thinking. He's not hesitating. He's just letting it fly, make or miss. Whatever. He's just continued to shoot them. So. I think he's at the stage. He still only shot 5 for 6, so he might be at the point where we need to get those attempts up. He's such a good shooter. I think that's the natural progression in the league is when you develop as a great shooter, just keep shooting them and just do the math.
Fred, earlier last week, I guess now, Scotty Barnes had his career high in assists, and now of course you have 20 franchise record. What is it about this team that's clicking that you guys are able to get those numbers now?
Well, I think just having Jakob as a centerpiece and just being able to play out of the pick and roll, it just opens up so many different more reads and just kind of simplifies the game. Our sets are really good when we get into our screening actions, but just having a breakdown that we can play through Yak and put the pressure and just having that rim threat, consistent rim threat, that opens up a lot of threes and corner threes and cuts. And obviously you hit him on the roll. He's been finishing at an incredible level. So I think a big part of that goes to Yak and also us just getting more comfortable with each other and keeping the ball moving.
When it comes to those assists, are there any that you prefer to, or you like to hand out more because you're dishing some that personalities and they're slamming?
No, the behind the back was crazy. That was my favorite one. The behind the back was crazy. All the rest of them was pretty regular, but I'm happy about the behind the back. I thought that was a nice pass. It was thank Yak caught it. He's got good hands, and he still had to shoot it over a guy. So again, thankful for my teammates.
His ability to distribute improved or changed since you left and come back?
I mean, I think he's just overall gotten like he's a better player now, and you can see that just. I think the most like noticeable thing for me, at least, is like when you get in that experience, when you become a better player, like the game slows down. You're able to make better reads on the court in real time, and like you're hitting players where they want the ball, when they want the ball, and like they're ready to shoot. So I think that's really what you gain like from all this experience, like from all these years doing pick and rolls, like being in the situation over and over again.
This year, occasionally, he's been criticized for maybe shooting too much for this team. Can you describe how important his ability to shoot, like both catching, but especially off the dribble, is to free up the offense?
I mean, I think it's one of those things where like he sometimes gets criticized for shooting too much when really he's like there's a lot of situations where he's stuck, like having to take a bad shot at the end of the shot clock, like having to try and create something like in the last second effort, like again, like to finish out a quarter, to finish like a possession, like with the shot clock running down, stuff like that. And then obviously like we need him to. It's one of those things where like the flow of the offense, like sometimes you just need to take certain shots. Like it's not just Fred, it's everybody on the court. Like if we have an action, we have a drive, we have a kick out, and then a swing one more, and like you have a wide open shot. Even if you're not a 40-50% three-point shooter, you got to take that shot every time for the flow of the offense, because if you then try and look for one more and it's not there, the whole thing breaks down and you end up with an even worse shot.
The game slowing down as you get more experience. Has that helped you with your role to the basket?
For sure, I think that's the case for any basketball player. It's definitely helped me out a lot too. I'd say my style of play, I'm still very much like I try to keep moving at all times. Like I try not to get too stationary. I feel like my shots are a little bit less effective when I get stationary too much. So I try to keep it moving at all times, but just definitely slow down for me. It's easier to make those reads.
You seem to have a lot of different finishes at the rim too. A little bit lefty, a little bit. You got that fake that gets me up in here. Does that just develop over hours in the gym? Working on skill development?
Honestly, it's for me that stuff's like just comes naturally in games. Like it's not so like a specific move I work on in a workout. It's more just all those minutes I spend on the basketball court, being in those situations over and over again, and having to get creative with it, because I'm not really going to jump over people. Not like the fastest guy that's going to like drive around people all the time. So I try to like get crafty with it, try and have different types of finishes, faking them out, and like these different fakes, different step throughs, all this stuff is more natural instinct and like just moves that develop over time, I guess.
Sort of flow of the game stuff.
Exactly.
Let's talk different for 1 second. Who's not standing behind the ball right now? When he was dishing around, do you guys kind of know that he was having such a historic night, or that he was making your...
I saw he had a lot of assists in the first half already. I didn't know like what the Raptors all-time high or like his career high was or anything like that, but I saw he had a lot, and I figured he'd try and get some more.
Was there any kind of celebration after what happened that we don't know about?
I mean, just in the locker room, like we celebrated him a little bit. He got the game ball. I think we're joking around on the bench like towards the end of the game a little bit because it's a big time achievement. It's not easy to get 20 assists in a game.
And then when you think about urgency for this team and just postseason positioning, how good does it feel like to get this win, and how do you keep this momentum going into the next game in Boston?
I mean, I kind of said it before the game. Like, if these type of games feel like a must-win game for us. So we're happy to get the win. It's the NBA. It's not easy to win games in the NBA. But if we want to go far and if we want to achieve more things, then those are the type of games we got to win almost every time. And so I'm really hoping we can keep this momentum going and get another win next game.
Kind of cool that right now has a points record and assist record, franchise all time. What do you think of him?
Yeah, it was really good. I think that he got the ball really a lot of places where it needed to go, and some guys were at the end of that. A lot of cuts and at the basket and stuff like that got him some numbers. That's a heck of an honor. There's been some great guards, in the history of the organization, so that's really something. It really is.
You guys played with discipline most of the time. Are you gonna be caught up in
Yeah.
New York, we get ours kind of game? What do you think of that?
Only one section, right? I think the second half, it was like 22-20 them in the first 3.5 minutes. No, 5 minutes maybe, right? I think there was one section where, I thought we played really disciplined offensively. I mean, we didn't make a lot of really good shots. Like, we had some really nice 2-pass combos to corner threes, and we didn't make a one of them, right? But it still means, like what you said, we were still doing the right things and getting it where it was supposed to go, right? And that's all you can do.
We've talked a lot about the shot making on your team this year. How difficult is Fred's balance on the night-to-night between being one of the better distributors on the team and definitely being like the most dangerous off-the-ball shooter?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that those things are that related. Again, he got 8 threes tonight, and I think they were all like really good ones. I mean, and probably one that wasn't or something, but that's a good number. And this is the first, like, it's really been coming off his hand great. Like, even the ones he's been missing have been, in and out or whatever. Tonight it wasn't that way for him shooting it. So I just think both him and OG have gotten much cleaner with their mechanics and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not too worried about it. Mild sprain, Alex, from Alex McKechnie.
5'4", 5'4" is
Yep.
That's the facet of this game. We really need this team to be operable.
Well, I think. Listen, he's a really good catch and shoot shooter. And we need him. Freddie's a good catch and shoot shooter. We need him. Gary's a good. Like we need our guys. Those guys to be able to, when we're going to be at our best. I think to hit a decent number of those. Then, we need the Pascal's occasional couple. We need Chris's occasional. We need the mid-30s guys to make a few too. But your upper 30s, 40s guys need to shoot that percentage.